Right. नाही येत.
अगं ते हे जांभळं होतं ना कालच का
बांधायचं राहिलं.
ते हे दे जांभळं हो का कुठल ते कुठून हॅलो 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 आवाज येतोय Hello, good morning to all of you. Today we are to continue the last sessions of hospital pulmonary. Let us share my screen related with the hospital pulmonary. In the last lecture, we have to discuss about the various principles involved in the guideline principles for the preparation of hospital pulmonary along with different types and their definitions and differentiation of the drug risk and hospital pulmonary. Last lecture we have to study here. Now in this today's session we have to discuss with the preparation and revision of the hospital pulmonary and some addition deletion of the particular drug in hospital pulmonary and the role of pharmacist in the hospital pulmonary, along with the advantage and disadvantage of this formula, which is prepared locally. Allow me see the slide.
तुमचा आवाज येत नाही सर.
कशामुळे?
सर थोडंसं मोठ्या आवाजात बोला ना.
आवाज येत नाही काहीच.
ब्रेक व्हायला.
इंटरनेटचा थोडासा प्रॉब्लेम असेल. रेनी सीझन आहे त्यामुळे इंटरनेट कॅच थोडासा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. ठीक आहे असू द्या. नंतर व्हिडिओ तुम्हाला दिसेलच आपल्या क्लासरूम मध्ये. स्क्रीन दिसते. Yesterday in last lectures to see the last lecture of differentiation between hospital pharmacy and drug list. Drug list is commonly prepared for the national preservations of all the brands are collected and published. That list is called as drug list. Generally, drug today is the book which containing number of brands along with their content containing particular brands. They are listed as a drug list in drug today like books. whereas formulary is totally based on the local base. These are the differences related with the drug list and hospital formulary. Here, hospital formulary is more informative than the drug list. The next session is preparation and revision of pulmonary, hospital pulmonary. The typical hospital pulmonary having the some compositions in the following manner. It contains so and so a requirement in the hospital pulmonary related with the how many which type of drugs are mentioned in the hospital pulmonary. First is title page is must be included in the composition of the hospital pulmonary. It contains name and title of the member of pharmacy and therapeutic committee while preparation of the pulmonary. Then table of content means it indicate the name of the drugs along with their strength, their dosage forms, and their usage along with their toxic effect, adverse effect. In the preparation of hospital pharmacy, the information of hospital policies and procedures concerning to the drug should be maintained. The size and various formats where the drug is available. There are two types of format, either loose leaf or bound format, and second format is printed format. Particular formats of hospital pharmacy should be available in these two formats: loose leaf plate or bounding format, or second format type of format is printed format. Then in the hospital pharmacy, indexing and assigning the categories of concerned pulmonary. In that, their general index, and second is on the basis of pharmacological actions, they are indexing the drugs. General index, nothing but here the drugs are available. They arrange with the alphabeticals as per the strain. They are indexing particular drugs which is mentioned in the hospital formulary. They in the form of either in the strain, in alphabetical orders, or in the form of dosage forms. They are indexing the particular hospital formulary. Or the second type is pharmacological actions, pharmacological response. The particular drugs are present in the hospital pharmacy, they are indexed. These are the preparation. These are the compositions required for the preparation of hospital pharmacy. First is title page. Second is name and title of the member of pharmacy and therapeutic committee that is controlling by under the particular hospital. Then table of the contents and contains which drugs, drug informations are with their strain, their formulation, their dosage forms are mentioned. Then information related with the hospital pharma policies and procedures concerning the particular drugs. Then size of the particular formulary. Then formats, there are various formats are utilized for the utilized in the hospital formulary. First is loose leaf and printed format, and indexing on the basis of their category or in the form of general views. They are indexed in the hospital formulary. This is the example of or a sample of one of the drugs which is present in the hospital formulary. For example, nicotinic acid, the brand or another name of nicotinic acid is Niacin. The available forms available in the form of tablet 50 mg and 100 mg, as well as available in the form of injectables 100 mg per 10 ml, means 10 mg per ml. Then dosage, usual dose for the of nicotinic acid is 25 to 50 mg per day. Daily dosage 50 to 100 milligram per day. Means this drug is BID drug, minimum 25 to 50 gram at a single dose and continue up to 50 to 100 for daily dose. Their route either orally, either intravenously, either intramuscularly, IV, oral. These are the routes for niacin. And cautions you have to take during the consumption or dispensing of this niacin to the particular patients. High dosage, formation of flushing of the skin. There is a chances of skin rashes if in higher doses. And generally prescribe these drugs 25 tablets, either single strength or in the form of single ampoules. And the use of this drug is vasodilator. So this is the sample which is given or available with the hospital pharmacy. They give the everything, titles, strength, their dosage form, their route, what are the precautions you have to take related to particular drugs, their prescriptions, and their usage of particular drugs, which is mentioned in the hospital pharmacy along with their toxicity. After preparation, if prepared hospital pharmacy made to the revisions. So, revision of hospital formulary. There are some points you have to consider for the revision of pharmacy, hospital pharmacy. First, this revision of the hospital pharmacy hold under the meeting in PTC, because all the policies of the hospitals, they are designed by the pharmacy and therapeutic committee. So whatever the revisions in the hospital pharmacy, these revisions are carried out or discussed in the PTC meetings, pharmacy therapeutic committee meeting, either in the form of quarterly, half-yearly or yearly basis, depend on the management policy of the concerned hospitals. So whatever the changes, whatever the revisions in the hospital pharmacy, they must be discussed in the PTC and get the approvals of related revisions. In the revisions, annual revision is necessary because earlier in last lecture we have to discuss what is the need of this hospital pharmacy, because there are changes in the number of drugs in the markets. Number of drugs are changes. Newer drugs are enter in the markets, or some drugs also removed from the market. So this revision is necessary to change the hospital pharmacy because of number of newer drugs entering the markets, and some drugs are removed due to their side effects. So this is necessary for the annual revision of the hospital pharmacy. The addition of details of the drug is done by attaching the supplements sheet at the back of the hospital formula. The addition of any drug to the formulary is a complex decision, because for the addition or addition of any new drug, they give the necessary permissions from the hospital management and the PTC committee. Then and only then it is enter the particular drug system. And this all the steps prior to the additions or deletions, whatever the drugs should be added in the hospital formulary or should be deleted from the hospital formulary. This all the steps, addition and deletions, that steps are informed or reported to the all medical staffs of concerned hospitals. Because any change in the drugs, they inform to the medical staff. Otherwise, there is a continuation use of the older formulary listed drugs rather than the newly assigned edited additions or deleted drugs in the hospital. These are the due to this reason, this revision is necessary for the hospital formulary to take the necessary actions, either deletions of drug due to the harmful effect of concerned drugs reported worldwide, or some newer drugs are enter to the newer disease. So that type of drugs are should be added in the list of the hospital formulary. After revision, there are some criteria for the addition or deletions of drug into the hospital formulary. For any addition or deletions of any drugs should be present in the pharmacopoeia or national formularies or NFI, that is National Foundation of India. The particular drug should be listed over there. Then and only then you have to add this drug in the hospital formulary. The drugs, whatever the drugs should be manufactured under the DNC Act license company with good records. That drugs should be entered in the hospital formulary because as per the DNC Act 1940, whatever the manufacturing of drugs, they compile all the things with good record of the particular company. Then and only then the particular drugs of particular companies who obey all the rules of the DNC Act. Third criteria for the addition or deletion of drugs, preparation of known compositions can only be added to the formulary. Means whatever the known approved compositions should be entered in the hospital formulary or added in the formulary list. Then another criteria, subject drug products should receive approval of the clinical value. Means clinical report should be approved by the local physicians of concerned drugs. That drug should be entered in the formulary. And lastly, last criteria related to the addition and deletion of the drugs. The drugs of established therapeutic efficacy can only be added to the formulary. Means particular drug gives a better efficacy, therapeutic efficacy. These drugs only added in the hospital. These are the criteria for the addition or deletion of the drugs. All of you take the screenshot of this one. So you have to remember it. First is particular drug should be entering the national, international pharmacopoeias or National Foundation of India, NFI. They are listed in the drug list, particular drug listed, and whatever the drugs they are licensing from the manufacturing from the licensed drugs. And entry of the known compositions only added in the hospital formulary. Subject drugs should be approved clinically by the local physicians. These drugs should be entered in the formulary. Lastly, the role of pharmacists in the preparation of hospital pharmacy formulary. The hospital pharmacist should collect all the necessary information related with the drugs, which is included in the pharmacy formulary from different pharmacopoeia. Evaluate the various drugs as per the guidelines of the PTC. Okay, the guidelines given by the PTC of the concerned hospitals. That guidelines they are evaluated with the various drugs. Another rule of pharmacies, preparation of the formulary, hospital formulary under the guidance of pharmacy and therapeutic committee. And he is responsible for the annual revision of the formulary. One of the responsible person, pharmacist, is for the annual revision of hospital formulary. These are the roles of the pharmacist in the preparation of hospital formulary. Collect all necessary data from the pharmacopoeia, proceed towards the PTC, and evaluate that particular drugs as per the guidelines of PTC. Then the preparation of the formulary under the guidance of PTC, and he is responsible for the annual revision of the formulary. Now move with the advantage of this hospital formulary system. One of the major advantages are related to the patients is a cost containment. Ultimately, whatever the drugs listed in the hospital formulary are the cost containment or cost related matter considered during the finalization of the formulary drugs. Then rational prescriptions, evidence-based practices, whatever the clinical reports are published related with the drugs in official books, they are considered during preparations. Cost-effective prescribing, efficient procurement and storage, safety and continuous care, and finally, this hospital pharmacy system is educational values advantage. These are the major advantage of hospital pharmacy. First is cost containment, rational prescriptions, evidence-based practice, which is published in the official books, cost-effective prescriptions, because while selecting the particular drugs and their brands, the manufacturing company also selected along with their records, and and ultimately the gaining to the patients in the form of their cost. Efficient procurement and storage, whatever the drugs are listed, they are procured for the hospitals and properly storage. Safety and continuous care by preparation of this hospital formulary, and nothing but lastly the educational value for the hospital. Those are involved in the research purpose. Disadvantage of these hospital formulary systems is majorly there is no choice for the physicians to divulge the particular drug which is mentioned in the hospital pharmacy. Yes, there is no choice of for the physician for prescribing the drugs. They have prescribed the drug from the whatever the list given on the in the hospital pharmacy. This is one disadvantage. And second disadvantage, it may lead to purchase of drugs which are inferior in quality in case of no involvement of the pharmacist in the preparation of hospital formulary. In some hospitals, if pharmacists are not involved in the preparation of formulary, there is chances of inferior quality of the particular drug entering our hospitals. So this is another disadvantage of hospital formulary. First is there is no choice for the physician to write as per their requirement, their choice. And second one is inferior quality products should be entering the hospital formulary. Because during the preparation of hospital pharmacy, pharmacists are not involved in the HF, hospital formulary. These are the things as per your syllabus is concerned related with the hospital formulary. Next, preparation, revisions, addition, deletions. Difference between drug list and hospital formulary, and various guiding principles of hospital pharmacy we have to discuss here. Along with the role of additional one is we have to discuss here the role of pharmacist in the preparation of hospital pharmacy and advantages of this system. This is one of the systems which is useful for the patient's care, because there is a reduction in the unwanted dosage of the drugs, ultimately unwanted consumption of the drugs not purchased, and ultimately the cost of the particular patient was reduced. So this is the some advantage related with using hospital pharmacy system. Okay. We enter topic hospital pharmacy.